Hello, my name is Maria Kliavkov, and I'm the founding director of Healthy Mourning Revolution, which is all about revolutionizing the way we think about grief and mourning. And today is Summer Solstice, a celebration of light and light returning, which can be really hard if we're grieving, because we may not even be able to see where light exists right now. I certainly know that's how I felt for a very long time. It's so important that we be patient with ourselves and that we trust the journey of grief. But trusting the journey of grief is recognizing that grief, the journey itself, and where grief would call us to, are places that will bring the light if we allow it to. We're so afraid of the dark. I know I was afraid of the dark. I was afraid of what I perceived to be negative emotions. I felt separate from anything that had meaning for me. And I was frightened. I felt fear. I had anxiety attacks because I felt so separate from everything that I knew. I mean, when you think about the grief symptoms, you think about the mental symptoms of grief that mean it's really hard for you to just even think through a thought, right? Adding two and two seems challenging. Reading something and really understanding what you've read is challenging. The symptoms of grief that are mental are meant to slow us down, as are all symptoms of grief, whether they're physical or emotional. And so all of that slowing down when my natural state is go, 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 that in and of itself feels like I'm separate from the me I know myself to be. Not to mention I'm separate from my loved one who died and is no longer in my physical realm. And that hurts. And that adds to the fear experience because that separation from everything that I know leaves me so vulnerable and in a place where I just don't know what my next steps are. Grief brings us to this place because it's this place that is going to be healed. It is in this place where we start asking questions, where we start getting curious about where is the relationship with our loved one right now? And who are we when they're not in our physical realm? Those are important questions. And the light does start coming in when we start asking the right questions. And when we slow down enough to breathe in these difficult places and just be present in those moments of feeling separate and uncertain, because it's in those moments when we discover that there's a connection beyond what we knew. And that's when we begin to find where the relationship is now. It's hard to find where the relationship is now if we're not willing to go to the place where we feel separate. And so it's an and with, not an either or. So on this day when we celebrate the light coming back into our lives, I invite those of us who are grieving to sit still and be true to where we are right now in our journey. Wherever it is right and perfect. It's okay. We can slow down to the pace of our grief. We can breathe deep, and we can anchor into the curiosity that will help us to discover where the relationship is now. Wherever you are in your grief journey, I wish you ease and grace with it, and I invite you to come and look at healthymourning.com and see the resources that we have for you. If this has been of help to you, if this has shed a little bit of light for you, then by all means, please like and subscribe and hit the bells and all of the other stuff that will help you to know when we upload our next video. And if there are topics that you particularly want me to speak about, please, by all means, put it into the comment section, let me know, and I promise I will make a video just for you. Much love to you on your grief journey. Namaste.